Yeah. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Cameron. You're watching Cameron Music TV, and we are live to discuss Queen Sugar. So first things first, let me make sure my link. Oh, not you telling me it's bedtime. We're gonna have to see about Tuesday nights because they're gonna be long. All right, so I'm grabbing my link and sharing it on Twitter. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video as you watch. Leave your comments down below as we move through the show. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. I have had another long day, and honey, but I am happy to be here, and I'm excited to discuss the show with y'all. I'm just sharing my link as we speak. And let's get into it. Let me get my notes together. All right. All right, so Charlie is getting ready for an interview with Gayle, honey. And I already knew when I saw Gayle that she was gonna come with the juice. Okay. Y'all saw that R. Kelly was found guilty the other day, not of the charge we needed to be just yet. But y'all know that Gayle did that interview, so it just kind of reminded me. But Gayle, she don't sleep, okay? And she comes with the hard hitting, heavy hitting questions. Hollywood is taking little Gabriel fishing. It's an endearing moment, but I can't help but be cynical because y'all know how the writers like to play with us. I can't help but be cynical and think, is this woman gonna try to get with Vi's man? I know I'm wrong for thinking it. I'm wrong for thinking it. I know. All right, Darla and Ralph Angel are laid up in the bed. And Darla, Bianca Lawson don't look like she have on an ounce of makeup. I mean, they just are fully enjoying each other, just laying up in the bed. Ain't nobody got to get up for work or nothing. I just was like, okay, newlyweds, just fully in bliss, just not a care in the sky at all. But that is short lived because the cops show up on the property with a warrant. Now, remember when Nova wrote this book, she kept saying that there was body yada 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 yaddies in the land, on the land, right? And sure, maybe it was metaphorical, maybe it was some rumor type stuff. We ain't know it to be true. But now the cops who already have a problem with this family have brought a warrant and they are digging up the land. So y'all know how Ralph Angel do. He be fully pressed and pissed and got all types of attitude and temper and emotions, but he still will not fix himself to call not Nail's sister, not an auntie, not even Hollywood or Prosper. So we all are currently just annoyed with Ralph Angel because it's like, if you just would just call them, if you would just call them, then you would see, okay, that you could get some help and you wouldn't even have to be going through all this, or at least not alone, right? So yeah, we're seeing the monster that Ralph Angel is becoming. And just like all of us, you're fueled by something as innocent as wanting to provide for your family. That's all he want to do. He want to be able to buy the milk and the diapers and the things for his child. But he cannot do that because of all these things going on with his land. So he is reverting back to the only way and the only thing he knows how to do, which is hustle and grind, even if that means breaking the law. And we see that in the previews coming up. Even though he praying this heartfelt prayer, it's like, Lord, I don't know. I mean, I feel him. I really do. Like, he's in a rock and hard place and he's trying to do all the things. It's just like I'm trying to figure out what I was trying to do on my phone and talk at the same time. I can't even remember. Oh, I think I was going to make sure my link. Oh my gosh, y'all. I can't even remember. Okay. I think I was going to make sure my. Okay. All right. So Nova is getting a security system, and I thought it was real cute to see a Black girl installing the security system who works for the company, right? Because y'all know she's been having all kind of strange stuff going on with her house, her home, and I'm like, I'm just really shocked that you just now getting it. Really extremely shocked. Because she been making people upset. She should have been had some type of security system, hired security. She still need to do all the things. She gonna tell that man next door that she get vulnerable sometimes at night. So if he could like, help her out, that would be great. I was like, girl, you don't tell no man that, girl, that you be vulnerable sometimes at night. Okay, Nova. Okay, girl, trying to just a shot is swing my way. She trying to shoot her little shot. Okay, Nova girl. All right, so Billy is hired. No, Billy has hired a nurse for Prosper. Okay, and y'all know he's reluctant. She asked him, did he take his medicine? He look annoyed. She asking him to eat. He's saying he not hungry. He'll drink the coffee. So it's like this whole thing. My God. It's like this whole thing, this back and forth between Billy and Prosper. Where we already know that they didn't really get along back in the day. And so they're trying to like rekindle their relationship and kind of build on that. But y'all know when our elders get older, they're very reluctant. Like they feel like they can still do stuff the same. They don't want to give in to the fact that, like, okay, I'm getting older. I may need more help with this, or I may need to relearn how I was doing something before. So Billy like trying to get him into the idea of like, you can have a nurse, like even if I'm not here, even if you don't want me to do it, like a nurse could do it. It's okay, Dad. And so he reluctantly agrees, like, okay, I'll meet this person, go on, send him over. And she like, you really don't have a choice, because I already hired him, okay? Um, Charlie sits down and has this interview with Gail. And in the interview at first, it's like nice, like little banter of like, nice fodder of where she's been, where she's going. But I knew how they were painting it. It was about to be some mess. When they were like, you built up the image of Davis West, and you did this, you did that, and now you're moving on to probably state senator. Like, how are you doing it all? Blah blah blah. Then they showed that clip. When they showed that clip of her running onto that court, I know. Now, this is what I'm interested in seeing, okay? Because we be talking a lot about forgiveness, and we be talking a lot about, the magnitude of that and how important it is. But a lot of times people leave out how hard it is, right? Because just because you say like I forgive you, that doesn't mean that you're fully saturated and fully bought into the process that it takes to not bring it up again, to fully heal from it, to make strides towards change and doing all the things and what it looks like on the day to day, minute to minute, hour to hour. Like a lot of people don't share that. They just share like, oh yeah, my person did this to me. Like in Charlie's case, he cheated. He got this, he has another child, but he's learned from this. He's come back to me like, and now we're doing all the things to move forward. She didn't get into the details of, I dated this man and that man and that man, and I had COVID and I didn't have nobody, and then this man showed himself to be pure and true and showed himself to be changed within this moment. Like stuff like that, I feel like really speak to the masses and help people to understand, like, oh, well, this is why she was able to make it back. But she is talking to millions of people on watching Gail on TV, so she's probably not going to do that. So I get it. But I just, I don't know. That video would have triggered me. All that to say, that video would have triggered me. Seeing myself run on that court after this man, honey, that triggered me. And it ain't even me. It's a show. Okay. But Charlie was able to say the right things, and she was very transparent on the camera, and you can tell like they're making strides towards greatness, definitely trying to do better by each other, which she didn't do nothing. So really it's just him. All right, so Micah is chilling with his friend, and he just kind of talking about all the things that he got going on, right? At first they were talking about academics and how like just to dream, just being able to dream about a land, about a place where you don't have to be worried about the color of your skin or access or things being taken away from you because of the color of your skin, who you can be with, all these things, right? They're talking about that dream. And as I thought about it, I thought about, just being a teacher and really equipping students to understand and know like sky's the limit. You do have access to any and everything, but also understanding like you are a minority. I mostly teach minorities. And within the scope of where I teach at, a lot of the minorities feel like majorities until they get out in the real world. So I feel like I want to definitely start changing my messaging for them to understand like your skin is your secret power, but also please understand that the rest of the world ain't gonna always think that, right? So the thing about Micah and his friend is, they understand the state of the world. His friend is like, he trying to go overseas because here is just a hot mess, right? But it did have me thinking, like, dang, like, what if we lived in a land where we didn't have to worry about all that? It's just stressful and it's annoying that we do. Annoying. Okay. So yeah, as they're sitting there talking, he says that he got to get up out of there, he got to go or whatever, he got to get some flowers for this girl. And the friend had already clocked him because apparently Micah and the teacher be acting real uncomfortable when they're around each other. And I'm just like, first of all, I know this teacher done did this before. Micah ain't just super special. She's probably hooking up with all the students. It might not be that frat brother, but it's another frat brother, right? And the fact that Mike is going to go get flowers, I'm already knowing he's like falling, right? But I'm trying to see like what's the deeper meaning, because the better question is, why does he need this emotional relationship? Well, it's not even emotional. Like it was physical, and clearly that's what she wanted. But he's flipping it into an emotional thing because, like he said later on, he can't compartmentalize and separate the two. But I'm confused why he's craving that when his mom, whenever she's trying to be that, he pushes it away. So it's like, and then with Kiki, I'm just confused. I'm just confused. Maybe somebody with a psychology degree can help me better understand what's happening there because I don't fully understand like why he is looking for that in her. I don't know. I don't know. But basically, the friend clocks them, and we could just go ahead and talk about Micah's part. Okay, he pulls up to go see the teacher with the flowers because the friend was like, he ain't gonna tell nobody, but he done told somebody. But he pulls up, and the teacher looked real taken back, like, this is my place of work. This is not a dorm room. This is my job. You can't just pull up and post up on me like that because I need you to understand, like, this is not an emotional thing. This is purely physical. And if you can't handle that, maybe we just need to go ahead and let this go because clearly you need something else that I can't give. I said, oh my gosh, are you breaking his heart? Are you really breaking up with him, but not really breaking up with him because y'all not together? I was just like, dang, you gonna do my boy Micah like that? Do you know who his daddy is? Do you know who his mom? Okay, you know who they are because you're the same age, right? So she break up with him and she got him down bad. He got the Drake on in the headphones. He chilling. The friend got to come see about him. Now they didn't decided to meditate. Now I'm gonna tell you this: these kids nowadays, and I can even say these kids, preteens, adolescents, little baby adults, they are fully into doing things to leave their current mindset, their mind state, right? And so, even though the next scene was Nova doing that, I want kids to understand like meditation might be the new wave, clearly. Like, you ain't got to do the vaping, just meditate, sit quietly with yourself, silence your thoughts, and focus on one thing at a time. I'm telling you, there's so much power in it. Just breathing, telling yourself one thing at a time, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Okay. Because all the other stuff, it kills brain cells. And who wants that? You need that for the SATs, right? Oh my gosh, I'm barely awake. I'm barely awake. I'm barely awake. Okay. Nova and Billy finally sit down to talk. And we realize that Billy wasn't fully sexually assaulted, but she definitely was in a space where it could have went down. And then this man lied on her, and then the whole town believed it. So she definitely need an apology, but I'm like, I want to see how Vi gonna come with it because y'all know Vi is bullheaded and stubborn, and I want to see if she gonna believe her because to be so people need to understand the magnitude of situations and people need to understand context. In that time, you were with this man who was doing you wrong, who was dragging you down, and so all you could see was the other woman instead of looking at her as like another victim, like you were. So it needed to be a little bit of forgiveness in that as well. But they apologized, they hashed it out. So Darla talking to her man, and Darla discovers this extra money that she got sitting somewhere. And Ralph Angel says, "We don't need to ask your parents for that. I can take care of it. Don't worry about it." And Ralph Angel is making me nervous. He making me nervous because he fully in his feelings. He didn't have the soil tested. It's all kind of pesticides in the soil, so he thinking the Landrys done did that. I don't know, but when they found something later on, I was just like, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Because remember, there was a guy that was out there working. Was he out there working? And they were supposed to send them home because like the rains were moving in and they had families and stuff. And they waited too late to send somebody home. And he passed away out there. Is that right, y'all? Because I really think that's what happened. And I really hope they don't put Ralph Angel in jail again. We simply cannot have that. Why y'all ain't tell me this bun was sitting on the side of my head like that? So yeah, they're digging all day. Darla's out there watching with Ralph Angel. Nova shows up, and you know Ralph Angel fully in his feelings, like this cause of your book. This cause of your book. It's all your fault. And then at the end of the day, this is how you know like it gets really serious because Vi and Hollywood show up. And of course, Ralph Angel is looking for them to rub it in his face. And I mean, a part of me was just like, I understand that as a family, when things are going crazy, you should just drop all things, any beef you have, and come together. I understand that because it's for the greater good. What I don't understand is when you know you have an issue with a family member and you just let that mess just fester and just let it be what it is for years and years and years and years and years. And then when something crazy happens, now it's hard to come together because y'all done been messed up, mad, upset for all this time. You know what I'm saying? So Vi been wrong. Ralph Angel been wrong for, well, it wasn't really Ralph Angel fault this time, right? So Vi been wrong. She should have been spoke up and said like something to him, right? So for them to show up in this time, while it's admirable, while it's great, while we love it, it's just like, girl, where was you at before though? Why did it take all this time? Why did something have to happen for you to come see about me? What's that about? What is that about? What is that about? Okay. Hmm. Okay, so the nurse show up to Prosper House after he get off the phone with Vi, and she promises she gonna be bring greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, you name it, fried chicken, cornbread, all of that. And I said Billy gonna get you because he do not need to be eating that. The nurse walk in and she take her mask off after he asked her like, "Are you comfortable?" Blah blah. I'm vaccinated. I'm vax. You vax. Go ahead, take the mask off. And Prosper was smitten with himself. He was blushing. He was so happy to see her, and they flirting. She's singing at the top of her lungs, jigging, and he just like, "Well, all right, well, all right." And I'm like, "Okay, girl, you crossing the line because you supposed to be being professional." And he all clocking you, girl, feeling you, girl. You flirting back, girl. You gonna have to quit your little job because y'all about to be married soon. But I like that for Prosper. I like that he has someone. Um, I don't know if they both gonna carry off into the sunset and go live with Billy in Chicago, but I definitely like them together, and she did a good job on that one. Definitely did a good job. Okay. Let me see. Did so Charlie finishes her interview and Micah Davis got the hotel room covered in balloons and flowers, telling her how well the interview went. She leaves his voicemail, and I was like, girl, don't nobody leave voicemails no more. I'm surprised you're able to leave this voicemail. And she ends up saying, I love you too. Anybody else still nervous about Davis? Because I'm very nervous. I'm waiting on this other shoe to drop. I feel like, he laying it on thick because there's still some other things going on. But she did mention the daughter this episode, and somebody got me all the way together last week and said that the mom of the child had passed away. So I'm just like, okay, well, maybe they have discussed it and everything's copacetic. Maybe it's implied. I don't know, but I was like, all right, y'all really trying to pitch to us and sell to us that Micah Davis is a good guy again. Well, I don't believe it. And frankly, I'm worried about Nova because now she done got this cop messed up because, he's undercover and they done figured out what he up to. And I'm worried about Ralph Angel because he crying in the car, scheming, plotting, trying to figure out a way to get this dirty money. I'm worried about Vi in Hollywood because that lady flirting with Vi's husband. I don't like it. I'm worried about Darla because she's gonna get super stressed out and I need her to have this baby. It's just a whole lot going on. But I love the show. Y'all, I'm pretty sure I was talking with my eyes closed a couple times this episode. I'm gonna have to figure out Tuesdays. I think once the gyms start getting a little bit more habitual, these videos will be a lot easier because, or maybe I just won't go as hard in the gym on Tuesday. I don't know, but I'm so tired. Anyway, that was today's show. Thank you all for tuning in to Queen Sugar. If you would like, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with all your friends. Comment your thoughts on the review, anything that I missed, anything that you agree with or that you disagree with, but don't get rude, okay? I got to flow into the next live where I talk about our kind of people. I'm Camera. This is Camera Music TV, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. 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 Bye.